2015. And the main purpose of the excavation was to offload the infill from this section, because they thought maybe the soil was exerting pressure on the walls. And during the process of offloading the soil, they discovered some stratified floor formations, floor levels, one on top of the other. And immediately, that random excavation was stopped, and archaeologists were hired to come and examine all these floor levels. And on examining these levels, they discovered that these floors were not built at the same time. They came from time to time. Like, there's been a reoccupation of the site from time to time.
Over the course of the 1200 to 1500?
Yes.
Okay, not afterwards. Because
From
right,
1200 to 1500 AD, these floors are dating back to 1150.
Okay.
So they're coming from time to time up to that height. See, this was the initial height before the excavations. Was covered with the soil.
Right.
So when the public works were hired, they had to offload the infill randomly. But someone discovered that there was some archaeological evidence. And then that random excavation was stopped immediately.
And then
careful examinations were carried on. And they discovered some stratified floor formations, one on top of the other, which suggests that we had a continuous occupation of the site from generation to generation.
But a lot of the archaeological evidence here suggests that these were actually predate the Great Zimbabwe walls. Then.
Yes, exactly.
They predate.
And what we have here is part of the floor of a big round house. We are only seeing a part of it, which is 1/6 of the normal size, 1/6 of the normal size. That's the fraction what we have here.
That's almost the whole area here.
Yeah, exactly. As it is spreads over that side where you can see some stratified floor levels. Yes.
So how far back does this date?
Dating back to 1150.
1150.
AD.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we have floors, one on top of the other. Some of them were destroyed because of bad weather and, of course, negligence. You can see this is a floor, this is a floor. There comes a floor, accumulating up to that level. Different floor levels, which were built over the years. And why do we have these floors one on top of the other? One will ask that question.
Why do we have floors one on top of another?
Well, this goes back to our culture. We are not allowed to destroy the property of a deceased person. Say I'm the king today. The next king in power has to leave all my structures to collapse on their own. Then you come and build another structure on top of the remains. So we see accumulation of floors from time to time.
How do you get archaeology done?
Pardon me?
How do your archaeologists work through the floors then? They have to destroy the floors too.
The destruction had been already done.
Already done, yeah. Okay.
So they just came and examined from what was left on the ground.
Is this is a reconstruction in here?
It's original.
Oh, wow.
It's original, but the shed was put to protect the original floors from further deterioration.
Yeah.
But
are there any ideas as to what that is right there? Is it a cooking?
It's a sacrificial bowel. And then we have a bench. Probably during the ritual processions, a senior spirit medium would sit on that bench. And that hole down there, that circular stuff down at the bottom, was meant to hold a pot of beer.
All right.
For the king.
So could this be witchcraft?
No, not witchcraft.
Not witchcraft, not sacrificing.
No human sacrifices. No. That was, this was like it was not like a Mari cult as most of the books explains it. It was a religion, well practiced, with norms and values.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of the Mayan cultures, didn't they practice that same ritual of building on top of previous?
Similarly.
Like the in
Tikal. If you have been to Machu Picchu?
I have.
Yes, and I'm sure you were given similar information.
Yes.
Because in our culture, you're not allowed to destroy the property of a deceased person. That is said to be destruction of, the destruction of the soul. A soul assassination, as they call it.
Yeah.
Because we believe that if you destroy the property of a deceased person, you will have destroyed the soul of that person. Right.
Isn't it funny how cults